Just to get it started, okay, in regards to the quarterback situation, everybody practiced today, everybody threw, and Coach Stoop addressed it. Next.
How did they look?
Good. It was a good practice, a lot of energy. You could really tell after the bye week, and we gave the threes a lot of reps last week and had some young guys I felt like got better, and there's just a lot of juice today, and that was great to see.
How do you make sure they come out with juice Saturday?
You know what? You got to love this game. You know what I'm saying? You got to get back, and it's a cliche, but the fundamentals, the basics. It's about blocking. It's about doing your job, alignment, assignment, technique. It's all I've been talking about. The one thing that we can control is how we practice every day. Do you practice to get better? Is it with an attitude? And you can't. If you're supposed to be 3 yards outside the hash, you have to be 3 yards outside the hash. You can't be 2. And those are some of the mistakes that we've been making. If you're a running back and you're supposed to be at 1 yard, you got to be at 1 yard. So those are the little things that we're really taking care of, and we can dictate that. And I thought today they really paid attention to what we were doing. We treated it like a game. We sat on the sideline, and our team was just like a game. So we're really making sure that we take care of those little things.
When getting into the quarterback room, how has he kind of communicated with you all what he's comfortable with?
He's been great. Lynn's a football player, He's, like I said, when he came here and we put him at every single position, he knows every position, So he's been really good.
Mark mentioned Travis Tisdale as a guy who might be able to help, especially as a returner with that 4-game rule. Just how have you seen him progress?
He's night and day. We were talking about it in our room just yesterday, how you can control, and Coach talked about sowing, your seeds. And it's hard for a redshirt freshman because they don't see those seeds growing. But with that young man, I have seen it. And, through encouragement and through letting him know and getting the bye week and getting those reps, you can see it. I mean, he's like night and day. Number one, because he knows what to do. That is really helpful because he's playing faster. But some of his jump cuts and his speed and his acceleration through and breaks tackles, and it's been really good to see. Big Nick, our tight end, Nignovic, and I butchered that, but we just call him Big Nick. He's another one that stood out, another one that's coming along, and you can see that he is starting to grasp the offense. Eli Cox, he looks like he's night and day compared to where he was. So it's really good for those young guys to get those reps.
Maybe you said after the South Carolina game you need to get back and figure out what you can do and focus on that. I know you're not going to tell us what you can do, but how successful do you think you've been in identifying those things?
I think we're quickly getting that answered. And today confirmed some things, and each night, we've gone in there, and that's what we've talked about. These are the things that we got to take out. Okay, and this is what we're good at. Let's run this, and so we're gaining on it, and we need to be right at the tipping point on Saturday at 7:30.
Jumping
How many coaches say you're on like social media nowadays? However,
That's a fact.
Okay, 1 or 2 of them all 3 as badly as you played this out. How you feel? Can you sense how the players have taken the 2 weeks? All the noise they've heard, they have to have heard about noise.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have, and as a coach, that's a difficult thing to overcome with social media. You can't look back in that rearview mirror. It's really small. That front windshield is large, and you got to move forward. And as a coach, like I said, after that South Carolina game, it was the worst I've ever been a part of. I didn't do a very good job, and so you can't look back. You've got to look forward, and what can you do to get better? It's been like that since the day of age. Unfortunately, with social media, our kids have to listen to it. I don't. I think if they love the game, then they'll be ready to go on Saturday night. They're embarrassed. I was embarrassed, but it's time to move forward.
The struggles on third down the last 9 quarters. Had any revelations in the bye week or in the time just getting to kind of look at that more?
Protect, throw, catch, and do the fundamentals right. Us as coaches put them in better positions. It's a combination of everything. It's absolutely every facet, and it starts right here.
What can Chris Rodriguez build on from that last drive at South Carolina, especially and just throughout that game?
You know, not only that last drive, just, you know, I think he won one of our awards one week in terms of pride. We give out a pride award, and you know, after those first 2 games, it was humbling for him, and he never wavered. And all he's done is gotten better every single week. I'm really excited about him, and he'll get in there. And what he brings is that physicality and that move the pile. But I'm excited about him. He really pays attention to the details. So I think I think in the next few weeks you get to see him in there in some situations.
Is he a guy who can help in those short yardage spots?
I think so. I think so. Again, when I went back to the third down and short stuff, AJ was 3 of 4. Yeah, there were some issues there of everybody, but you got to keep moving forward. And you got to keep trying stuff. You don't want to just sit there and say, okay, well, you got to do it either schematically, or you got to do it with personnel. And so that could be a possibility.
How do you kind of establish a running game without just force feeding it, trying to jam it down their throats if it isn't working right away?
Patience. You got to have patience. You got to. I got a little bit impatient in that South Carolina game. We had one game that got stuffed, and they did a good job with it. But you go back and look at our first down stuff. We weren't hateful. So me being more patient. And, you go back. I went back to the Florida game. I watched that one. I watched the first game. I watched the second game. I watched them all because I'm looking for answers. Is it the scheme? And so we've talked about it as a group. Everybody knows what we got to do, and I'm excited about Saturday night.
What stands out to you when you look at Arkansas's defense?
They've gotten better every week. That's the one thing you look at their first game as we've broken them down, and you watch each game and you watch them. They've gotten better each week, and their front 7 really solid. So again, SEC. So it's an unforgiving league, and you got to go and you got to play well. You got to strap it up.
John Chavis has been around for a long time. What are the characteristics of his defense?
Players being at the right place at the right time. He's going to have them ready to go. They play hard, and they don't play. They play mistake-free for the most part. So he does a fantastic job. Like you said, he's been in this thing for a long time.
Recognizing that Arkansas defense, who are some guys on that defense that you feel like have stood out to you just from watching before?
Number 3, number 10, number 8. I'm sorry, I don't know their names. Those 3 for sure. 21, their safety in the back end. Those guys are guys that really show up and that can cause havoc for you.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. We need to get through our